Hello, good afternoon. My name is Rosario Isasi. I'm a professor at the Department of Human Genetics and Institute of Bioethics and Health Policy at the University of Miami. And my proposal, my pilot project is to pitch GP right, but rewriting regulation. Jeff started the day launching us to say, to trickle and said, why GP right? And Jeff, you said GP right, the why was because you wanted to understand what makes the human genome tick. You want to learn about the rules. My proposal looks at this, but at a different angle. As an ethicist, as a lawyer, my word is policy. And I understand policy, and I encourage you to understand policy frameworks beyond what is the law and the regulations, to look at best practices by scientists, top-up approach, right? Government for those that are interested, but also to look at code of conducts, international treaties. So look at ethical principles that surrounds, and look also on institutions. Those institutions that are gonna regulate your research, they're gonna license your research and oversee it, and they're gonna fund your research. So in this view, what I'm proposing is to look, this is very big, and narrow it to look at natural versus synthetics and engineering human cells and organoids. GP right is predicated in three characteristics, right? What they are: disruptive, interdisciplinary, and global. Because it's disruptive, the beauty is that it's gonna define your conceptual and your technical lines, right? That's what you seek. What is gonna happen is gonna challenge policies. It has to challenge policies. And for that, we have to learn. We have to start by a roadmap to establish first what is the policy status quo, if it fits fit for purpose or not. That's what we have to learn first. We don't aim necessarily to reinvent the wheel or to rewrite the regulation. First, we have to understand how, because it's interdisciplinary, different domains, human, animals, etc., and brings together different technologies that, by the way, have been highly contested around the world, when bringing together, when extrapolated, they work or not. And I'm very ambitious because I want to look from intellectual property to the regulation of the research, comparing those two to start. It's global, right? So we're gonna look about different countries, how different countries regulate this niche area. This is the start of this pilot project that could be expanded. And of course, is construed as being integrated with the LC working group and others. We know that policies varies across the world. Sometimes we don't understand the why. I'm trained as a comparative lawyer, so I look at how we came about, how policies not only exist in paper in the book, but how they are implemented. And when we look at different countries, we know what they vary, because there are different historic legacies, the different societal views or societal priorities, but sometimes because we build it as a bioeconomy, right? In this case, sometimes intellectual property comes first in protection, and second, certain societal interests. But sometimes they come around just because why? You know why? Because different stakeholders, different actors are more powerful than others. And that's what is very important to engage the public. This project looks at that, looks at how we engage the public, and we understand how we come about policies. We understand the roadmap, and we look what are the similarities and what are the differences in the regulation of these two areas. This is still an area very fertile that nobody has seen yet. We have not compared them at these different domains. We have not looked at different countries, how they do it, and then establish, if they are different, what is the rationale? If there's a scientific rationale why they are different, is because ethical principles, is because social values, or is because the Jack factor? That is the core idea. And again, to look at these three things and establish what are the difference and then move from there. So thank you.